Hi. Happy New Year, guys. New Year Eve. And I didn't put the seatbelt. What I'm doing. So what are we doing here? So New Year Eve, we came to get a Domino's pizza because it's been an odd time. My wife is sick. She just got sick really bad this morning. Probably a viral or bacterial infection. We have to go check her. On top of it, I ended up realizing how bad a financial mess I'm right now in. You know what? Life always throws you a curveball. When you think you have all figured it out, or when you want to do something but you don't do it, you've been sitting on it, just being comfortable, or not really comfortable. I mean, like, what is the saying? Like, there is a saying like, if you put a frog in a hot water, I guess, or hot pan, it would just jump out right away. But if you put a same frog in a cold pan and slowly heat it, the frog wouldn't even realize that it's getting burnt, and then eventually it will die. So, I mean, long story short, I've been staying in a company for 20 years, and when you stay in a company for 20 years, at least in my case, I don't know, man. You don't get far ahead. I didn't get far ahead, rather. I didn't get far ahead in my career. I tend to think like I'm really, really good at my work. Because I've heard feedbacks from my managers, from my clients. Everyone always appreciates. I always go above and beyond, overboard. But when it comes to what you need to get, like be it promotion or bonus, I've never asked for it, and maybe since I'm not asking it, or I'm not good at asking it, I always end up getting the tail end. And I've been meaning to change my job for a really, really long time. Not been doing it, just like the frog. Every single day when I go into work, I don't like it. It suffocates me that I have to change. For some reason, I stick to it. And maybe I'm like that frog. Although I don't want to go out, I don't want to jump out, but I don't feel enough pressure to get out. And you never know how 20 years pass by. And here we are. What I'm realizing it, in the mess that I created right now, which is actually, I took a 401k loan, and I thought I'm gonna have the shortest or the smallest payment and pay for the longest duration, and what I ended up signing up for a balloon payment, and for the smallest duration, and which kind of cuts my paycheck by almost half. and I can barely make the home, run my home. And unless I do something about it, yes, I can actually probably do some small high side hustles like Uber, maybe carry out some photo shoots, or DoorDash, get some cash side income and get through it. But most likely it's gonna be pretty tough unless and otherwise I actually make real change and work on changing a job right away and make things work. And of course this loan, I won't be able to pay it. I have to consider this as a withdrawal, but at least I'll have a bigger paycheck and I'll be able to get out of this mess, and hopefully I should never bring my family to this. You know, you kind of tend to realize when you become 40, or I'm almost 44 or 42, and you have 2 kids, you're in a new country, you realize how isolated you are. And more than you kind of tend to realize what happens to my kids, my wife, if I'm no longer there. It's been really daunting on me. This 2025 or end of 2024, it's pretty brutal. Maybe it's a good thing. I kind of needed it. I mean, this is kind of a punch on my face to make a change, a real change, a material change that I can do to change myself, my financial status, so that I've been living in 20 years, almost half of them in the United States, and most of the Indians who come to the United States save up money and get to a different state. And I ended up spending all my money in photography, gears, buying and selling, and not really made any. If there's an example of how one shouldn't live a life, that's probably me. Especially the last 10 years, I've screwed up 10 to 15 years. I've screwed up so bad that unless I make change, I don't think I can get out of this. I feel like I have to go to a Squid Game. I know I'm saying all of this in a YouTube. I've been wanting to make a YouTube, but I didn't do it. I never wanted, never imagined I would make a video like this, being so vulnerable. But I wanted to document my life, whether it goes in either direction, whether it goes downhill, uphill. I want to capture it, make it public, more for me, as a reminder. Even if I get out of the situation, I change my life. But this should be a stark reminder that I should never ever get to this similar points. So, New Year. That's our New Year. That's my New Year. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.